Hey there, everybody. I've got 4 subscribers now, so I guess I'm doing good things in life, huh? But no, I just wanted to take a little video. I just got home from work. I work second shift, and that beautiful Tanaka pygmy wrasse back there, they are so majestic, buddy. I tell you what, man, them some cool fish. Anyways, I just want to give you guys a little update. Kind of another informative video. So part of my stocking plan was to eventually get what's called a Rainford's Goby, or that's also called Old Glory, or a, what's the other word for it? It's Lava Quarry calls it a Quartster Goby. Anyways, my pet store, local fish store, had one, and I was apprehensive on buying it. I wanted to get one eventually, just when my tank matures more. And I wanted to get one. Well, they told me that it was eating frozen foods, and they had about 6 of them in there in a tank, and they said everybody's doing good. So I said, well, if they're eating frozen foods, then maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to get one. So I got it. I'm trying to feed these guys some more. I got it. I brought it home, and where's this little Tanaka pygmy wrasse at? Anyways, I got it. I got it and I brought it home, and I put it in the quarantine tank with a yellowhead jawfish, and to my surprise, the Goby had been 2 days without coming out, and he was actually hiding underneath the same rock as the yellowhead jawfish is, which is doing great. So I got concerned because, for one, I couldn't see the fish, and I always quarantine all my fish. And so, on the premises that I was worried that the fish would perish because it wasn't eating live foods, it wasn't coming out. I didn't feel like that 10-gallon would have enough copepods and other things to sustain it. I decided to put it into my 90-gallon display tank. There's that wrasse. Come here, buddy. Come on. You don't have to target feed this guy, but I just love seeing him. Come on. He's being stubborn. He already got food, but he's a fat little thing. That dartfish, man, he's a hog. Come on, little buddy. Where you at? He's full. He's got food. When you see him, he's a fat old Tanaka pygmy wrasse. You don't really see him eat much, but he gets his food. Trust me, he gets that food. I mean, I see him eat, but he doesn't go around going crazy. See, I polluted the tank a little more than I wanted to. Anyway, so I'll show you this little Rainford Goby. Look at that dartfish, man. He's going nuts, ain't he? All right, there's a little Rainford Goby, and how good you can see him. His stomach is sunken in a little bit, but nothing too bad. Man, it's something about these phones. It's like they can tell it's like a camera. It's so weird. You really can't see his stomach right there. Maybe right there a little bit. It's a little bit sunken in, but we've all seen worse. If you type in Rainford Goby starving and Google Images, and you'll see some Rainford Gobies that look like total shit. So going back to my story, so I put the Goby in here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, he's just gonna hide all day. He's never gonna come out. And I kind of was in a do or die situation, because I had read that these fish, if they don't eat frozen foods, and they've got to have natural foods that they graze off the rocks and stuff, and that they perish pretty quickly. Almost treat it like a mandarin, I guess. So I put it in here, and my gosh, I don't know what the hell happened. That thing just, he didn't hide a single day. Took off, started sifting sand, picking through rock, you name it, just going to town on things. So I've got no idea how that happened. He's actually, looks like he's put on a little bit of weight in the past 3 or 4 days, which is great. And I know I've got copepods because, you know, there's little teeny weeny white dots you see all over your glass. Those are copepods, and I've got a bunch of those. I added copepods 3 months ago, and I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go back. My tank is only 5 or 6 months old, so I was concerned I didn't have enough copepod population, and I called the great people at Bulk Reef Supply and Blue Zoo Aquatics out in California. 2 great companies. And Bulk Reef Supply, they told me, they're like, oh, if you can see them on the glass and stuff, you're fine. Well, I went and bought 2 more bags of copepod population. They're like, they're little bags that are kind of the green tint. I don't know, they're about like 8 inches long or something like that, about 4 inches wide. You know, you like unscrew like the little plastic top on them. Anyways, I bought 2 of those just to make sure. I did it at night, cut the lights off, you know, cut all the pumps, all that stuff off, everything else, put them in there just to be on the safe side, which, if I'm not mistaken, those are pods that have to go through their stages to become an actual copepod, you know, that's crawling around on the glass. From what I gather, you can buy the copepods that are already live in a well in a pet store. I could be wrong, but that's the way I interpreted it. Like I said, could be wrong. So I think no matter what, it's going to take a few days for the bag that I got to go through the larva stage, and I think there's 4 or 5 stages of being a copepod. It's, you know, it's like anything else. I think that's the way I interpreted it. Could be wrong. Little yellow clown Goby, he's fat too, man. He's a fat little boy. He went into the overflow recently. Can you believe this? Look at that. I got this thing roped off. Look at that. Roped off, man. And that sumbitch still got an overflow. Still got in there. Don't know how he did it. And you know, that's the first time I ever had it happen, so I didn't know what to do. Somehow I scooped him out magically. But next time I'm going to just siphon out the water. But yeah, that little Goby's doing, I think he's doing pretty good. He's out, here's that wrasse. He's beautiful, man. Gosh, he is so pretty. That's the best $70 I ever spent in my life, I tell you what. He is just, they're just so quirky. So cool, man. God, I love those fish. I got a cool fire shrimp too, man. He's fat, he's having a good time. He's a good guy. He's a big old shrimp, man. He's grown. Everything in here does great for the most part. I haven't had really any bad problems or anything. It's just been following the rule books, you know. But anyways, so that's the video on that dartfish, man. Look at him. He's a good boy. Yes, sir. Good colors. He's probably a little overweight, I think. He probably gets. I only feed him once a day. I probably should feed my fish twice a day, but my work schedule, it's hard for me to do it twice a day. But they, everyone's got good coloration, and the wrasse, he's out in the open as much as they're going to get. If you Google them wrasses, most people don't even see them things. And this guy, what he'll do is he'll outline, he'll fish around all these shadows, or swim. He'll outline himself through all the little shadows of the tank. And but he comes out usually when the lights start getting dim. He'll come out for about 2 hours. He'll never come in the front of the tank, but he'll go all around the back side. And I'm going to the pet store tomorrow to pick up some more of that Tonga branch rock right there. It's a huge rock, but looks great in my tank. I want to put about 3 pieces right over here tomorrow. It's going to look beautiful. It probably cost me $80, but it's going to look nice. That damn rock is expensive as shit. But here's my Duncan coral, my hammer coral. He's struggling because I may or may not have dropped a rock on him. So feather duster, he's when I first got him, he didn't have any white on him at all. and he's been building a shell with calcium. It's starting to get more white now, so he's doing good. Alright guys, this is my video, and I'll keep you updated later.